Marketers often will use something like an audit or a quiz in order to get leads for whatever product that they're selling. Oftentimes, these quizzes or these audits don't actually really look cool. They're just a basic quiz and maybe it'll give you a result. But now, with the power of ChatGPT and Replit, we can take that boring quiz and turn it into something that's very interactive and very easy to build, and then take those contacts and the information from those audits and quizzes and put it right into HighLevel. That way we also have data collection of whatever we are putting out there in the quiz, but we also have the contact that we can then put into our automations and use as a follow-up. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build out a quiz inside of Replit. We're first going to create the content inside of ChatGPT. After that, we're going to go into Replit and we are going to actually build this interactive quiz. From that quiz, we're going to take that contact information and the answers from that quiz and put it right into HighLevel. That way I can use that for whatever I want to use it for in the future, as a poll or something like that, in any of the marketing that I want to do. I first gave a command to ChatGPT, a very simple statement. I want to make a very simple quiz. So I want to develop a local SEO audit for my business to use as a lead magnet to get AEO clients. I will need a series of 15 to 20 questions and a way to score it. Now, that's the important part. We need to have the questions and the way to score it. Now, this is a very simple one that I'm using just for the video. You can have one that's much more detailed, but right now this is the simplest version that you can do. 15 to 20 questions and a way to score it. And it did it. It basically created a local SEO foundation audit. It's 18 questions, 3 categories, scores it out of 100, and then gives next steps. So things like, is your Google business profile fully complete? Do you post updates to your Google business profile at least 2 times per month? If I go down here, is your site mobile friendly and easy to navigate? Do you have testimonials or case studies? Down here, we have the AI search and authority. This is another 0 to 30 points. Do you have an FAQ style content that answers common customer questions? And do you have structured content? Now, this stuff is really important as we're doing the audit. So when I get the lead, if I'm speaking to a person about this and about the audit that they got, I can go through everything that they did and use that while I'm pitching them and explaining what we can do to make it better for them. Now that we have that, I'm going to scroll down here and show you what the scoring system is. So the total score is out of 100. Now, 80 to 100 is visible and competitive. And then that gives us the opportunity. This is really nice what it did here, to dominate AI search and convert more of your traffic. After that, we have inconsistent visibility, then hard to find, and then invisible. So this kind of gives opportunities of what we can do for them and show them where they are in their cycle of SEO. And finally, at the end here, it gave me some more information, which was really nice, about what I should call it, which is the local visibility scorecard. SEO plus AI search audit. I'll use this. Right now, I probably would have massaged it a little bit more, but for the purposes of this video, that's going to be fine. And then it's going to tell me how I can turn this into clients, maybe a simple call to action, and then some optional stuff here and why this works and the usual ChatGPT stuff that we didn't even ask for. But I've copied this by hitting these 2 squares right over there, and I'm pasting it inside of a Word document. I always get rid of the first few lines, and then I scroll down and get rid of the parts that I'm not going to use. So I'm just going to delete all this right over there. And I'm going to change this end screen. I'm going to make it a little bigger just so it's easy for Replit to see. Great. This is ready to go. Now, I'm going to click File, Download, and I'm going to grab a PDF. Now, that's the PDF that I'm going to add to Replit. The website that I'm going to use to vibe code this app is called Replit. Now, Replit is one of many vibe coding apps out there right now that can build these out for you. It could be Base 44, Lovable, Replit, V0. There's plenty of them. But the important one is that I like this because I've gotten it to work before, and I know it's very straightforward and very simple to use. I'll have a link below so that you can also get Replit and get started on today and get $10 of free tokens to get started. Just use the link below. Let's get into it. So the first thing to do is put in my prompt. Using the uploaded PDF, please create an interactive quiz that I can use as a lead magnet. Put each question on its own card. When a person clicks on the answer, it will automatically go to the next question. After submitting it, we'll give them a score and a link to book a time to get on my calendar and discuss their SEO needs. Now, just for fun, I also added my brand colors. This was very easy. I just grabbed the hex code. This is a blue, and then I have an orange, and I added white to this also, and then a font that I want to use. Just because I wanted to add a little extra, you don't need the brand information at all. I'm only using that because, frankly, I'm going to use this. I don't want it to stay on brand. All right, and then I click this little plus sign here, and I'm going to upload the PDF file that I had. And then I'm going to hit go right over here. And let's see what it produces. All right, so it's giving me the whole planning of what it's going to do, and it's showing that it's working. Now the window is going to open up, and we'll actually see the quiz on the right-hand side that we are going to then eventually publish. All right, that took about 3 whole minutes to create. And it's a very simple quiz and is exactly what I need. So it asks, is your business visible where customers actually search today? It says it's a local visibility scorecard with SEO plus AI search audit, 20 questions, 3 categories, score out of 100, and it only takes 3 minutes. All right, let's get started. So we would click Start Free Audit, and we can go through here and start answering all these questions. And I'm going to just quickly go through these so that you can see exactly what it looks like. And look here, we received a score. We have a 60 out of 100. I was just answering randomly. Talks about its inconsistent visibility, what the opportunity is, and offers to book a strategy call. All right, you may say this is done, but we've missed something pretty important. If you take a look at the beginning, we didn't actually get any of their information. So now we need to add a command into this that says collect the name, the phone number, and the email. And I'm going to do just that. So the command I'm using in the beginning is please collect the user's full name, email address, and phone number. Now this is really important because this is how it's going to be added to GoHighLevel. That took about a minute. Now, what it did, it actually told me exactly what it did. It gave me the welcome screen. The 20 question cards are still there. Then it has the lead capture form. You're almost there. And then the results screen. Again, that only took 1 extra minute. So I'll click on this again and I'll look through. And there's my form. This is the form so that I can see the score. So I'll fill in my information and then I'll see my score. And there we go. So we have just a couple more things to do. We need to add the image of our logo. We need to add the link for the book a strategy call to the calendar. And finally, we need to connect it to HighLevel. Let's do all that now. So the first thing we're going to do is have it add our logo. Here is our logo. Please add it. That took another 30 seconds. That added the logo right here at the top. And if we start at the beginning, it's right there in the beginning also. That took a total of, again, 32 seconds. And it even reminded me that it needs a book a free strategy call link. So I'm going to tell it, here is the link for the calendar. And that took another 12 seconds. Now here's where the magic really happens, adding it to HighLevel. In HighLevel, the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to grab your location ID. You'll go to Settings. And right here is your location ID under Business Profile. You'll copy that. And just tuck that away on a notepad so that you have it for when you need it. The next thing you're going to need to do is have the connection to HighLevel through the API. On the left-hand side, you'll scroll down to Private Integrations. You'll click on Create New Integration, and we'll just title this a very simple quiz connection. But I can call it whatever I want. And after the description, I'll just hit Next. Then I have to choose the scope. What parts of HighLevel is it going to connect to? Now, it's very simple to just select all, click outside of it, and move on. Don't do that. You want to make sure that you scroll back up and get rid of the users because we don't want to have any way for users to be added based off of this API key. You'll then scroll back down to the bottom and hit create. And then you'll copy your API code. And you're going to put that somewhere for safekeeping. Now we'll go back to Replit and make this whole thing work. Now that I'm back in Replit, I've added a very simple prompt of I want to collect the contact information and put it into my GHL account with the tag SCO-quiz. I would like the quiz results as a note within the contact. And then I just have to add my location ID and my API token. So I'm copying them from my clipboard and I'm pasting them right there. And I'll hit go. That took a total of 2 minutes. And let's go over exactly what it did here by scrolling up. It added the credentials and it made the connection. From the connection, it has been able to communicate with the API server and restart the front end. It gave me exactly how it's going to work. And then finally, at the very end, it gave me a domain to publish. We'll get back into that in just a moment. But I'm going to click publish now, just so I have this ready to go for later on. While that's publishing, I'm going to test it out. I'll click on Start Your Free Audit, and I'll just start filling it out. And now I'll fill out the contact information. I'll put a dummy one in here, and I'll put in a phone number. And then I'll see my scores. And it looks like my app has been published already. I'll get into that, like I said, in just a moment. Now, if I go into HighLevel and I refresh, there is my result, ready to go. I click on it. And on the right-hand side, I click on the button right over here with this pencil on it. And maybe on the right-hand side, if you've updated your HighLevel. And there is my note with all the information ready to speak to the client about their needs inside of SEO. Now, let's check out that link that I published. I go back over here. I click on publishing. And there's the link I can use. Now, if I'm going to take this and I'm going to drop it inside of a community or something like this, it's ready to go. But I can also, through Replit, add a subdomain for this, and it's ready to launch. I can also download it and import it somewhere else, like on a WordPress website, or embed it somewhere on a GHL landing page. For now, I'm just going to use it just like it is. And that's all it takes to create an interactive quiz, connect it to HighLevel, and start collecting all those great leads to market to. If you like what we've done here and you want to do it for yourself, just click on the link below to get Replit and HighLevel. And I'll see you in the next video.